Hey everyone, I want to make a quick video here for you to explain how to use the TrueEdge Trader Pro platform. Now, currently when I'm recording this video, it's after hours, but you can see that the data is still there, the charts are still there. However, when I go to execute some trade opportunities, they won't execute, but I'll show you how to do them. All right, the first thing I want to do is go over each of the widgets one by one. The first thing I want to show you is this. This right here is the main widget where my mouse is circling around. This is basically your control menu. It allows you to open other widgets like you see around here. So I'm not going to get into each of these tools at this point, but I'll just explain to you what's on the screen right now. So the first thing I have is the level 2. Okay, this is your level 2. It allows me to do trading as well. But the level 2 display basically has an order ticket at the top where I can choose the number of shares, the symbol. Of course, the account will already be set. Here I can enter the price I want. Here I can select a day order. I could select a sell stop, and there are a few other things too, like extended hours. But for now, all you have to worry about is day, extended for when you're trading in the pre-market, and you have sell stop, which is what you would use to basically create a stop loss order. Okay. Now, we also have these buttons, buy and sell, right? So if I do this, if I say I want to buy at the ask, right, then it's going to buy at the ask price, whatever that is at the time. So it's going to try to buy at 187.25 at this point. However, if I said I want to buy at the bid price, it's going to place an order to buy me at limit at the bid price. So notice that I can actually automatically track or keep up with the bid and the ask without having to manually re-enter the order. If I just want a market order, I select market, and then that's that. Okay, then I'm going to get in at market to buy or sell. Okay, and if I want to do a limit order, all I have to do is enter the price that I want. Let's say I type in 187.00. That would be the limit order I want to buy, right? So if the price of the stock is above 187, then if I hit buy, I'm not going to be able to enter because I have to wait for the market price to come down to where I want it. So remember, if you just want to do a simple limit order, all you have to do is type in the price, leave it as a day order if you're doing a regular session trade, or use extended EXT if you're doing a trade in the pre-market. Remember, we don't trade post-market. All right, so there are lots of features on this I won't be able to get into right now, but now you have the general idea of how to use it. Now, if you're going to short sell, you have to hit short. The one major difference in this platform is that it does distinguish between selling a position and short selling a position. The only way this button works is if I already have shares. If I already own 100 shares and I hit sell at market or sell at limit, it's going to know right away that I'm liquidating the shares that I already have. However, if I don't currently have a position, I would have to use this button to initiate a short sale. Okay, so that short sale could be a limit order where I place the actual price. So let's say I want to sell at 189 if the market gets there. If I were to hit this button right now, it would enter a limit order to sell. Right? Now, if I don't want to wait, if I just want to get in at market, then all I have to do is choose market and then hit sell short. It's going to sell me 100 shares in this case at whatever the best available price is for me to sell. And if I want to change the number of shares, all I have to do is type them in. 120 or 20 shares or 1,000 shares, whatever works for me. Okay. The next widget is the time and sales. The time and sales is showing me a stream of all the transactions that have occurred, right? So every buy, every sell, etc. You can see that here. Okay. Next up, we've got the chart. Now this chart here is currently set on 5 minutes. It has the settings here for choosing a moving average or anything else I want. So for example, if I want a Bollinger Band, I just click here and then I hit plus. and it's going to ask me what the settings are. So notice that again, I first selected the study that I wanted. I hit the plus symbol, and now I've hit the plus symbol, I can choose what settings I want. So if I don't want it to track the closing price, I can choose the high, low, open, or volume. I can also choose the number of periods, the standard deviation, etc., and the color. So once I hit apply, I have it set to overlay, which means it's going to overlay the chart. Now I see the Bollinger Bands. Okay, very, very simple. Okay, if I want to change the time settings on the chart, I can just select the one that I want. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever is appropriate for me. Okay, daily, whatever. Okay, pretty simple stuff. All right, now next up, down below, I have your trading monitor. Notice that the trading monitor is actually showing me executions. So these are fills for Tesla. I have a buy here, I have a sell there, shows the quantity, right? Also shows what the transaction was. In this case, a market order. So market order to buy or sell, all of them routed to the NASDAQ, which by the way, you have to select there. And these are day orders. Now for the extended session, which is what I attempted to make a trade a little earlier, the reason it got rejected is because we're not allowed to trade after the regular session closes. But just to show you the process, I'm going to go ahead up here and I'm going to enter 500 shares to buy, and I'm going to do a market order. Sorry. So we're going to do a market order, right? And it's going to ask me buy 500 Tesla market order. I say yes. Account is disabled. Okay, so in this case I can't actually place a trade for that reason. But the point is, that's how it works. Okay, so if I want to buy, I can buy it. It's after hours, so I'm not allowed to place any trades. So therefore, that's the reason why that blocked me out. Okay, so whatever the case may be, this is where you place your orders. This is going to track your execution. So if a trade was rejected, if an order was rejected, you'll see it down here. If your account's disabled, of course, you can't place any trades, and so on and so forth. Now, in the middle, we have the details about the stock. Okay, this is just a widget that lets me know more about the particular equity that I've chosen. So this is Tesla. So it's showing me its percent change, its last, its bid, its ask, its size, low, high, VWAP, 52-week high, 52-week low, dividend yield, all these interesting things. If I switch stocks to, let's say, Apple, notice that I have a new set of data here for Apple. It shows me market cap, outstanding shares, etc. Also notice over here we have our comparison chart set to 30 minutes, and it's comparing the NASDAQ in yellow to whatever stock I've chosen. So in this case, Apple, it's showing me a comparison of Apple. Okay. If I switch to Coinbase, it's going to show me a comparison of Coinbase. If I switch to TQQQ, it's going to show me a comparison. By the way, that should be the way it looks because these two are basically mirror opposites. And here's Tesla showing me the correlation between the two. Of course, if I change the settings up here, it's going to change the settings down there. Okay? Very simple. Now, going down below, I have my position monitor. And as you would guess, this is the way that we keep track of current positions. Now, if I had a position, I would see a number here that's above 0. Currently a number 0, meaning that I don't have any open positions. It shows me the last price, the average price, unrealized, daily P&L, total P&L, fees, etc. So this is set up exactly the same way as what you saw on the TrueEdge web trading platform. Okay, has the same features plus a few things more. So this is how you monitor your open positions. This is how you monitor your pending orders. And notice that you can even switch between here. If you want to select a specific set of orders, I can go to open orders, executions, etc. Right? There's all sorts of tools that I can use to search. Okay, now down below, I have the watch list. And the watch list I can compose, I can enter stock symbols if I want, right? But either way, if you go here, symbols, insert symbol, right? I can just say insert, let's say Tesla, TSLA. Okay, hit enter. Now I've inserted Tesla. Okay, now Tesla's on my watch list. I can scroll up and down using the slider. This here is showing the quote trend. Green means more bullish activity. Red means more bearish activity. And I can just see where these stocks are at the moment. Okay. Now these stocks like Bank of America, etc. This symbol I have to delete because the symbol FB is no longer valid. Bank of America is not a NASDAQ stock, and so forth. Johnson & Johnson is not either. So I'm only going to see data for stocks that are in the NASDAQ. So if I choose anything that's not, I won't be able to see it. Okay? Now, next up, let me just move this back down. Next up, we've got the account values. This is showing you your balance. Net liquidity, maintenance excess, margin equity, buying power for the day, and it shows me my real P&L. So this gives me a fully updated accounting of where my account value is right now. And lastly, as I mentioned before, this right here is your main window. This is your main control window that allows you to open new widgets from here. So if, in other words, if I click this, it's going to open a new watch list widget. Or if I click this, it's going to open a new chart widget. Sorry, let me cancel that. And so forth. Okay, so this is just your way to keep track. This is a new level 2. Of course, I would have to enter a symbol, and then I get my level 2 after I hit enter. Okay. Now, if I want to move this entire window all at once instead of moving the individual widgets, all I have to do is hold down my left mouse key on this, the top of this window, hold down my left mouse key, and then when I drag it around, it's going to move the entire thing as a unit. So when you open this for the first time, like mine, it's not sized properly because it doesn't know what size your monitor is. So you may have to make adjustments to wherever, to make it fit. So one way I can do that is, first of all, I could just shrink the bottom ones like I'm going to do now. Let's move them up, right? It's up to me. Okay, I might want to move them up. This one I won't be able to because it takes up the full size. So what I'll have to do instead is I would have to do some resizing on the charts above. So to do that, I'm just going to hold down this again so I could drag it down. And then maybe I want to shrink the charts, or I could just rearrange them instead of doing it like this. Maybe I want to move the charts over so I have more space. Maybe I want to rearrange this so I can move this around. I can move this around. I can do basically whatever I want. So all I have to do is rearrange the windows to where I want them. And then once I have them set up correctly on my screen, if I want to move the entire thing, all I have to do is hold this and move it around. Okay? So I'm not going to do that right now, but I just want to give you a quick walkthrough of how it works. All right? After this, we'll go over some more details about the software.